The CCTV recovered from the hotel clearly shows Bandar was subjected to many assaults.
Prince Saud bin Abdulaziz bin Nasser Al Saud stunned the royal family and the world by breaking Saudi Arabia's sacred laws. On February 15, 2010, a murder happened in Prince Saud's hotel room at the Landmark Hotel in central London. What prompted the prince to commit murder? Was he punished, or was the issue overlooked? Stay tuned as we unfold the secrets of Prince Saud, the murderer. The prince's lineage connects him closely to the Saudi royal family. His maternal grandfather was Saud of Saudi Arabia, the brother of King Abdullah, who reigned when Prince Saud faced legal conviction in the UK. Both his parents belonged to the Saudi royal family as first cousins. Despite his prestigious lineage, Prince Saud bin Abdulaziz bin Nasser Al Saud has a penchant for thrill-seeking that sometimes ventures into unlawful territory. But his risky behavior hides a secret that could tarnish the kingdom's reputation. Prince Saud grew up among several servants, but he had a favorite, his male servant, Bandar Abdulaziz. Bandar Abdulaziz, an orphan raised by a middle-class family, crossed paths with Prince Saud through mutual acquaintances. Over 3 years, he had been accompanying the prince on their travels as an occasional companion. Their journey to London on January 20th, 2010, marked their latest stop after visiting Milan, Budapest, Prague, Marrakesh, and the Maldives. In London, they enjoyed their time indulging in shopping, dining at restaurants, and frequenting bars and nightclubs. They often stayed out late, slept in, and didn't leave the hotel until early afternoon. But a tragedy happened on Valentine's Day that year. The men spent Valentine's night out, and once back to the hotel, indulged in more drinks. The next morning, Bandar was dead. Following the crime, the prince spent hours on the phone with a contact in Saudi Arabia, strategizing how to conceal his actions. He then ordered room service and attempted to clean up the scene before the body was discovered about 12 hours later. Initially, Prince Saud claimed he found Abdulaziz unresponsive and attributed his injuries to a previous robbery. However, CCTV footage from the hotel revealed a brutal attack on Bandar by Prince Saud, leading to the prince's arrest. Despite attempts by Saudi officials to claim diplomatic immunity for Prince Saud, this was disproven. Prince Saud attempted to portray his relationship with Bandar as that of friends, but witnesses testified to the servant's mistreatment, highlighting the stark power imbalance between them. The news about the tragedy quickly spread through London press. People began to speculate about what happened. Some wondered if Bandar's death was linked to extreme, sadomasochistic activities between him and the prince. There was also another question on people's minds: why would the prince commit murder? The murder scene was gruesome. Upon discovery in room 312 of the Landmark Hotel, the victim was discovered to have experienced intracranial bleeding, a fractured larynx, and abdominal bruising. Pathologists indicated that the severity of these injuries prevented them from definitively determining the cause of death. The prince still insisted he did nothing wrong and denied all possible allegations. He attempted to mask the true dynamic of his relationship with his servant, asserting they were friends and equals, despite observations from a hotel porter indicating otherwise, suggesting Bandar was treated like a slave. To explain his death, he told a story. He claimed that his manservant had been attacked and robbed of 3,000 euros on Edgware Road 3 weeks before, suggesting that these injuries might have played a role in his death. But the prince lied, and his lies were exposed. The post-mortem examination showed that the injuries were recent. The CCTV footage from the elevator pointed towards the prince as the one responsible for the previous assaults. He eventually confessed just before trial, despite efforts by his lawyer to argue for a manslaughter charge. Jurors convicted Prince Saud of murder and a second count of grievous bodily harm relating to the lift incident. Despite his confession, there was one important thing the prince didn't manage to hide: his true relationship with Bandar. Although Prince Saud claimed he was heterosexual and involved with a girlfriend in Saudi Arabia, evidence revealed a completely different side of him. During the trial, his lawyer contended that the issue of sexuality was not the case at hand. He emphasized the potential consequences if the prince's homosexuality were revealed. He contended that he could potentially face the death penalty in Saudi Arabia due to the accusations of homosexuality. But the prosecutor informed the jury that although a defendant's sexual orientation typically holds no significance in a criminal trial, it became pivotal in this instance due to the sexual aspect involved in his mistreatment of Bandar. Indeed, Bandar was also found with bite marks on his cheeks and strangulation marks on his neck, which indicated a distinct sexual aspect in the murder case. His lawyer made considerable efforts to prove that his client wasn't gay, but the secret was out and witnesses contradicted the lawyer's assertion. Evidence showed bookings with male escorts and a gay masseur alongside browsing gay websites. The jury later learned that 2 male escorts had disclosed to the police that the prince had paid them for sexual services during his London visit. Additionally, a copy of the 2009 Spartacus International Gay Guide was found in his hotel room. Compromising photographs of Bandar, partly undressed, were uncovered on the prince's mobile phone, and his computer records confirmed visits to gay massage or spa websites and male escort sites. A porter at the Landmark Hotel observed Saud as the prince's servant, but also sensed they had a relationship of sorts and were gay. Another witness noted the victim's quiet demeanor and how he seemed to be directed on what to do. Prosecutor Laidlaw countered Prince Saud's claim of equal treatment, highlighting instances such as Prince Saud traveling in business class while Bandar flew in economy. In addition, in the shared bedroom, there was only one double bed, with occasions when both men might have shared it, though at other times, the servant elegantly slept on the floor behind the sofa. It is believed that the relationship between Prince Saud and the victim resembled more of an old-fashioned master and servant dynamic, with the prince asserting dominance over the submissive victim. Gregory Goss, an expert on Saudi Arabia, noted that Saudi princes typically don't have personal valets like in English society. He remarked that the master and servant relationship sounded unusual, indicating that there was likely more to their relationship than mere companionship. On October 20th, 2010, Prince Saud received a life sentence and was mandated to serve a minimum of 20 years. The prince's father, who was present at the trial, passed out as the judge revealed his judgment on the prince. It took the intervention of the nurse to revive him, but it still looks like the prince had a way out. Saudi Arabia entered into a prisoner exchange agreement with the United Kingdom. Although there were some conditions and the prince still had to complete his 20-year sentence, in March 2013, he was permitted to return to Saudi Arabia to complete his sentence in a Saudi prison. The issue of his homosexuality remains, as in Saudi Arabia, it is considered a capital offense. If his homosexuality was considered as proven, it could lead to execution. While in prison in the United Kingdom, Islamic fundamentalists had been targeting the prince for his homosexuality, and he had feared for his death. Will the situation be worse for him in Saudi Arabia? The prince has served 13 years out of his sentence, and nothing has been heard or seen of him for a while. One could question if something happened to the prince, and if there is a massive cover-up going on. Do you think the prince escaped justice, or that worst might have happened to him? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content.